kru dari SIGIT sedang bersama travel elektrik di dalam sebuah angkot dalam rangka keliling-keliling kota Bandung. Ya. Tapi sebelumnya mari kita perkenalkan dulu satu-satu. Can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes, I am Irina Akhir, and
I'm Tom and I play bass.
I'm Beak or Mark and I play drums. I am Christos or Papa Christos and I play the guitar.
Can you tell me about your first album a little bit? How did you record it? What is it about? And you know, how far have this album take your band so far?
So we recorded the album September 2016. So it took about a year before it came out. It was released was it 3 months ago, I believe. So very recently. And but before that, we recorded an EP. A year, 10 months before that, I'd say. And that was essentially the timeline. As to what the record's about, I'll let the lyricist handle that.
probably the best way to describe it is kind of like light and dark, good and evil, kind of that sort of personal struggle. And I think we thought about the song order in that way as well, and thought about it as like almost like a mood or an aesthetic that it creates. So you go through this journey with us, and it has dark elements and it has light elements, slower songs, faster songs, and kind of it touches on a lot of symbolism or archetypes and things like that that sort of describe basically very human emotions, but in I guess a symbolic way.
Yeah, it was all about exploring atmosphere and trying to create a mood for the listener, and doing that through both the lyrics and the music as well. So sort of intertwining it, just and also like the visuals that we presented with the album artwork. The videos that are going with it, all the promo stuff, all that kind of thing. We wanted to tie it all together just to sort of push the branding side of Devil Electric further, and also reinforce the sound and the mood we're trying to present. Yeah.
Oh, should I say something?
If you want.
Maybe. So for example, like I would say like the last song on the album, Hypnotica, covers all of those facets. It's got both the slow parts, the soft parts, the fast parts, and the really, really heavy parts. So it's sort of like a parenthesis, if you want to call it that, of the entire album. And it's fitting that it was the first single, and also fitting that it's the last song of the album. It closes that chapter, and then opens up maybe something new for the next album.
So this is your first international tour, and you chose Indonesia as your first destination. Any particular reason behind it?
Yeah, we chose Indonesia sort of as a follow-up after touring with your band Rekti with SIGIT in Australia. We thought it would be a perfect way to experience your culture here as well and explore the music scene in Indonesia. And being so close by in Australia, it makes sense that we would come here, and rather than just waste all our money and fly over the other side of the world to Europe or UK or something like that, where perhaps nobody knows who we are at all. But after touring with the SIGIT and Muna and KPR, we've sort of developed a little bit more of a fan base in Indonesia. So it makes sense to us to do that. Yeah.
Speaking of influence, what kind of influence or what kind of impression that left a mark on your memories for years to come? Yeah, like today or the past week. Is there any particular experience that you felt that it will leave like strong mark and change your perception or whatever?
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to say, I was speaking to Tom about this earlier, feel a whole different kind of inspiration after coming here. I think there's a real kinship like with the creative scene here. I think everyone's sort of doing different things, exploring different things. They're not scared to go out and put themselves out there and take risks, but also really, really help each other in the meantime. And going to like cafes, record stores, meeting different bands and different musicians, all really young, dynamic people doing their own thing and making it work for themselves, I think is really, really, really inspirational from my perspective anyway. But yeah.
I think the way the Indonesian people that we've met as well live their lives and just take things as it comes. It's a relaxed attitude towards like a very creative subject, and music's very exciting, but the art scene in Bandung specifically as well is really exciting and lively, and it's very obvious that the people here are very passionate about what they do and their way of life. So for that, like I can take something from that and sort of apply that, perhaps a little bit more, be a bit more relaxed about how I go about things.
I think for me it's how passionate and crazy the music scene is here. How the fans, like the shows have been incredible so far. The first couple of shows, the audience was up in our face, they were moving around a lot. It's a different sort of intensity and crowd engagement than what we get back home. So there's so much positivity coming out of this tour for us. Like it's something we'll be talking about to all of our friends and bands back home. We'll be recommending to other bands and people wherever we go, because the heavy metal and the rock and roll scene here is something like nowhere else I've been.
The fact that I crowd surfed while playing for the first time in my life, I will never forget that, and it's a beautiful thing, right? and also the fact that I could trust that experience and all the people that were holding me, and it was just an amazing thing. Also, the entire Maternal Disaster show was just chaotic but awesome. It's fantastic, right? And the first show that we played for Yagi Master Music as well, like to hear people singing verses along with Pete, like not even just the chorus, just verses. So that not only do they know the songs, but they're passionate about the music. And the rain, which is happening right now. it's fantastic. But as everyone else said as well, what I love about it is that you can have a band or members of a band that play music, but they also have other creative outlets and not just one of them, or other business outlets, like Serengay, for example, with the clothing store and the burger place, and you just get that all the time with yourself, with Bang Records, and Muna as well, and SIGIT. So it's great to see people expressing in multiple ways and being able to create a living out of it.
How do you see day-to-day aspect of Indonesian culture so far? You've been here in Bandung. You've spent more than 5 days. This is your 5th day in Bandung, and you've been experiencing a lot from food to public transport like this one. How do you take on that?
I guess it's pretty different to back home, but it's not that complex once you start exploring and you get past the fact that not everybody can speak your language. You see all families coming out with their street stalls and warungs and selling their wares every single day, and everyone's just working as a community, and it's a beautiful place. We really enjoy it.
That's it. Like on the cultural aspect, again, there seems to be a real family like vibe to Indonesia. Like everyone seems to Like we have like mateship back home, but here it's more like kinship, where it's almost like a family.
It's a bit closer.
Yeah, exactly. Like communities helping communities, friends helping friends. It's really refreshing.
Is that the way it is?
Sometimes. But like we talked about the traffic and stuff. Like the first day after your flight, straight to the highway and check out the traffic. You said something about the chaos, but can you describe about your analysis on that?
Of course. So yeah, we did speak about it. It seems to be controlled chaos, and to a degree respectful chaos as well. So you see just insanity on the roads in regards to if I was to compare it back home, like on how close people are to each other, how many bikes are on the road, or how people just turn on the side of the street, or how, for example, how difficult it is for someone who doesn't know to just cross the road, right? However, respectful from a degree that I was blown away by the fact that everyone was just so calm. Like, no one is phased. Like, you can be like 2 centimeters from the bike next to you or the car next to you, but it is completely under control, and everyone is calm about it, and it's a beautiful thing.
It feels safe. Driving
I mean, if this
knows what they're doing.
if this was to happen back home, everyone would just freak out and crash into each other. So that aspect is quite remarkable from my perspective. Anything else big?
No, much of the same. The traffic's crazy.
Yeah.
What